Hello everyone. This short recording is to revise one of the things you have already done in orientation. That is how to reference. If I simply say, if you use anything written, anything drawn by someone else from the web, from books, magazines, if you borrow someone else's material in your assignment writing, it is a must you reference. In other words, it is a must you give credits and acknowledge the author. That knowledge doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the author. If you use that knowledge without mentioning the author, then we call it plagiarism. So whenever you use others' writing or any creation from others, you must give credits to author. Let's see in short how to do this when you write assignment topics. So for that, I'm going to use an example. Going to share the screen. This is about referencing. Say, for example, you are writing about the importance of data in an organization. Now, this is your topic. If you write things originally on your own, that means if it is your original, genuine ideas, no need to give credit to anyone. But if you borrow someone else's writings or images, maybe from books, websites, or magazine articles, etc., then you must give credits to the author. How are you going to do this? There is a standard. The standard we are going to use is Harvard Referencing System, introduced by Harvard Business School and adapted by Swinburne University of Technology. So we call it Harvard Referencing System for Swinburne University of Technology. So there are many referencing standards. We use this. Now let's do an example and learn how to do this in Microsoft Word. I have written the topic of interest. Now I want to write why data is very important to an organization. I can write one of my thoughts as the opening line. Data refers to any piece of a thing related to the business. Now, this is my thought. I wrote it without referring to anything. So I don't have to give credit to myself. Then I want to read a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I will do some searching and find some interesting articles. Now, this is a website by the Council on Quality and Leadership. Looks like a good website. It's important to pick a good website, valid, good website, without going for blogs, Wikipedia, wikis, social media posts. Rather going for those, go for valid, recent articles. Now this article, let me first check. Now when it is a website, when was this published? What you can do is you can find out the last update year. So it is updated in 2021. So very recently updated website. So I think I don't have anything to be worried. It's important what you reference is correct and valid. So reading this article, I can find the 12 reasons why data is important. Improve people's lives, make informed decisions, stop molehills from turning into mountains, small problems becoming big, get the results you want, find solutions to problems. So there are many points here. I don't have to include all. Now it's important how to get this to Microsoft Word. There are two methods to borrow someone else's knowledge. Two methods to borrow ideas. First method, use the idea as it is. We call it a quotation. You know what a quotation or a quote is. There you use double quotes and you mention the idea, so that in that way we highlight it is copied, it is taken as it is without changing words. So it's a quote. Or else you can read the idea and write it in your own words. But remember, without changing the meaning. So this one we call it quote, and the other one we call it paraphrasing. I hope this is clear. Now let's take an example. Let's say I really like the first point. Data will help you to improve quality of life for people you support. Improving quality is first and foremost among the reasons why organizations should be using data. So I am directly taking the whole thing as it is. Let me take that. Control C. And here, let me say I'm going to use this as it is. Now you can see I just used it. Foremost among the reasons should be using data. If you use the words as it is, you must call it a quotation, and the quote should have double quotes around that. There's another method, isn't it? Now this is method 1, quote. Now method 2. Method 2, what is it? Paraphrase. Now let's see how to write this statement, quote, copied, in our own words without changing the meaning. Data will help you to improve quality of life for people you support. How do I write it in a different term? Data has a great impact on people as it can enhance, I use some similar words, as it can enhance the way of living of those who support, of those you support. Sorry. Now see, the same piece of data, I wrote it in a different way. Improving quality is first and foremost among the reasons why organizations should be using data. Let me say companies involved in improving the life standards of people. So for that, they highly depend on data they gather or collect. Now children, you can see I have written the same idea in a different way. Now this is using a quote and this is by paraphrasing. Now comes the problem. I told you if you borrow someone else's writings or images, then you must give credit to the author. Now, how to give credits? That's our question now. How to give credits to author? That is why we have to learn the Harvard referencing system. Now, for the same example, let me demonstrate how to give credits. Okay. Let me start off with the method 2, paraphrasing. What you should do is, you should first move the cursor to the end of the paraphrase. Can take a space. After that, go to references. Go to references. Here you can find a section called citations and bibliography. In simple terms, citation is giving credits to the author in short form inside the piece of text you have written. And bibliography is give the full details of the author in the end of the document. Sorry. So first of all, go to references, citations and bibliography. Double check or select Harvard referencing system here. Now in this one, in my version of Word, I don't have Harvard Swinburne style, but I'll be demonstrating with Harvard Anglia University style. But more or less, these formats will look extremely similar. So I'm going to choose Harvard Anglia, but you can choose Harvard Swinburne University style. Then first thing, go to Insert Citations, add new source. Now you have a dialog where you can easily do the selection. So you can easily do the referencing. First of all, select the source. Now you can see in this example, the source is a website handled by an organization called the Council on Quality and Leadership. So let me choose from this list website. And who is the author? If the author is a person and the name of the author is given, then you can directly mention the author. But unfortunately, you can see here the author's name is not there. This article is published on behalf of this CQL organization. So we don't have a human person name here, but we have an organization, a corporate. So we call it the corporate author. And we have to select the name of the author. Look at the name of the organization here, the Council on Quality and Leadership. Children, be very careful when it comes to a website, the name of the entire website, not the web page. So here, the Council on Quality and Leadership. And name of the web page. Now website and web page. The entire website and this web page. Inside this entire website is 12 reasons why data is important. That's the title of this page. An article title. So I'm going to easily copy the title of the web page here. Year of publication. Publication year. It's not visible when this article was written at the top. In that case, if you get helpless finding the year, you can go down to the bottom of the website page and it shows the last updated date or year. You can take 2021 as the year of publication here. And the year accessed, of course, today, 2021, month accessed, March, day accessed, today is 7th. The URL, now here the example is given. The URL is the Uniform Resource Locator on the web. So what is the URL of this website? This is the URL. මේක තමයි URL එක හැටියට ගන්න ඕන. Right? Copy, that is the web address. Sometimes we call it the web link address. So this is the URL. Say OK. you can see the name of the corporate author and year of publication is given in short form. This is how you paraphrase and give credits to the author. Same thing should happen when the quotation is given or extracted some words as it is, end of the statement, go to references, insert citation and add the source. But children, now we already added the Council on Quality and Leadership Organization to our database. So if you go to insert citation, you can already see the citation. You can already see the reference. So you don't have to enter it again. Simply click it. It comes to the end of where your cursor is. So this is how you give short reference, or we call it citations, within the text. So when you do your assignments, if you take someone else's information on a website, a book, a magazine, if you download an image, diagram, then you have to definitely give citations like this. Now let's say this is the end of your assignment. Now you move to another section. Now when you have finished using, or when you have finished an assignment, it's very important that you add, let me add another page. Okay, end of the document, end of your assignment, last page should be the full references. The full references of the references you have used throughout your body of the assignment. So let me go to a new page now for you to easily understand. Assume this is your final page. So what are you going to do? Now you need the long detail of this short reference. Now throughout this assignment, now I have only a piece of the assignment. I have used only one reference. Now here, you go to the last page of your assignment, go to references. Now it's time to add the bibliography in the Harvard referencing system. Just click bibliography. You can see the full details of the reference given here. The Council on Quality and Leadership, accessed in 2021. 12 reasons why data is important. That is the title of the web page. Online. This is an online resource available at, after that, the URL, and accessed on 7th of March 2021. Just in case if you have used more references, now let me help you add a book. Now I'm going to simply have a sample piece of text. Okay. Hello World 2021 Corona free. Now let's assume this piece of word I have taken from a book. So in that case, I have to move the cursor, go to insert citations. Now, in order to add the citation, I add this new reference to my database. Let's say this is a book written by two authors. Let's say John Smith and Henry Steele. Don't try to add the names here. Go to edit. The last name John Smith. So the last name is Smith. First name is John. Let's say he has a middle initial B. John B. Smith. Then Henry. Sorry, Henry is the first name and Steele is the second name and Henry K. Steele. If you already made a mistake, you can make it deleted. Sorry. If you want, you can move them up or down. Henry Steele, if you want, you can delete. For your understanding, let me add another author. Camille is the last name and is the first name and Mary Camille. Once you are done, say OK. It shows all the authors in their own syntax. Let's say the title of the book is Corona Life in on Earth. Just some examples, okay? Year of publication. So let's say this is published a book written last year. City of publication. Let's say this is written by a few authors from UK. So London, let me say. And the publisher, let's say Macmillan Publishers. And edition, say it is the first edition of the book. If it is the first edition, there is no particular need to say it's the first edition. It's an edition after the first edition, you can mention the edition. Because when you edit a book and publish a new edition, usually it is different from the previous one. So let me say second edition. Now say OK. Now you can see something called Smith, the first author's surname, and et al. Et al is a Latin term to say and others. Smith and others. Since you have three authors and too lengthy to show inside the citation, they have shortened it, Smith et al. But the sad thing is, Henry Steele and Annie Mary does not appear at the citation. This is why we have a bibliography at the end. Some people, bibliography, they call it references. Or some people call it list of references. All these terms are okay. Now, if you go to insert citation, you can see the Smith, John Smith, Henry Steele, and Annie Mary reference is given. So I need that reference here. Now for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this reference list. I'm going to add the bibliography list once again. Go to bibliography and click on this. Now you can see Smith and the Council of Quality and Leadership, both references I have used within my assignment is given on full reference. You can see Henry Steele, all the author's details are given here with the publisher, publication edition, everything is given. So everyone, this is how you do referencing if you borrow someone else's knowledge. Let me quickly tell you, if you borrow a picture, let's say you borrow this picture. I'm going to copy the image and I'm going to just use it here for you to have a better understanding. So you are borrowing this image here. So this image doesn't belong to you, but as a student, you are permitted to use others' images, given that you have acknowledged the author. So I'm going to use this image, but once again, you must use caption, insert a caption below to mention the author. You can give a figure number 1.1 if it is the first image of the first chapter. Then importance of data. And say okay. Oh, sorry. You'll see the number is a small mistake because you don't have a chapter number, right? If you want, you can add the figure details. Let me, for your understanding on referencing, let me add the figure caption manually. Figure 1.1, importance of data. And now you need the author, citation. Go to references, insert citation. This is taken from the Council on Quality and Leadership. You can see the other's image also have to be cited. If you want to double check whether all the image citations are also added to your final reference list, here you don't have to delete this again and again. You can simply say update citations and bibliography. So whatever the citations available in the database will simply get updated when you click on this. This is how you do referencing. Referencing is a lengthy discussion, but I wanted you all to have a basic understanding. But I'm sure in your academic session or your orientation session already, this is being covered in a broad part of knowledge. As a broad part of knowledge, this is already being covered. If you have any questions, please reach me and you can ask any question from the usual communication mediums we have. This particular Word document, I will make it available through email to all of you who already have access to Canvas. Check your emails. I will provide this document to you, so you can have a look at it once again. Okay, everyone, thank you very much. I hope you liked the lesson, and I hope you understood the importance of giving credits to other people, because knowledge is a valuable asset. When we use it, we have to use it in a very responsible manner. Thank you very much and have a nice day.